So hello guys, today we are going to see the conic section. Okay, so we'll see what is the conic section. So as the name appears, the conic section is a section of a cone. Okay, so basically it's a conic section is just a conic section. If we define conic section, they are just a 2D curves. They are the curves, okay, which are obtained by the intersection of cone and a plane. So whenever a cone and a plane intersects, they give rise to a curve. These curves are, we'll see, these curves are parabola, hyperbola, ellipse, circle. So these are all the conic section. Okay. So before defining the conic section, let us know what are the cone and what are the plane. So first see what is the cone. Okay, so cone, if you want to generate a cone, so let's have this is a line, let's say this is straight line, and let's say this is another straight line, and if we rotate this black line about the red line in 3 dimensions such that this point remains fixed, so we will get something let's make like this. So we'll get a something, a 3D structure this is called a cone. Yeah, so this red line is the axis, and this black one is the generator. Okay, so this black one is the generator, and this red one is the axis of a cone. And we'll see if we rotate this black line, that is generator, with respect to axis, we will get a cone. So let's see how come this get a cone. Yeah, so now we are rotating this generator about the axis of a cone, and we are getting generating a cone. Okay, so we can see that, see this. Yeah, we are, so as we, this is the generator, as we move the generator about the axis of a cone, we will get a double-sided cone. Okay, basically this is the axis of a cone, this is the vertex of a cone, and this line, you can see this line which is used to make generator, so this line is basically the generator, because it has been used to generate the cone. And these two parts, this is upper cone, that is called a upper nap, and this is the lower part of cone, that is called a lower nap. Okay, so basically our conic section has a so if you want a conic section, we need two cones. So this is double cone, so this is something called a double cone, that consists of upper nap and the lower nap. One more terminology, that is the angle, this one. So this angle alpha, so basically alpha is the, so basically this is the, so this is the axis of a cone, this is a generator, and this angle between the axis of a cone and the generator is called alpha. And that alpha is basically, it has been frequently, it will be used frequently in conic section, is the angle between axis of a cone and generator. Okay, next we see what is a plane. So basically the conic section means the intersection of a cone and a plane. So we already know what is a cone. Now let's see what is a plane. So in case of a plane, it's something, a structure like this, and by it is extended is all direction in 2D, 2 dimension. So it is extended, let's say, in this direction or this direction, but it remains to be a 2D. So this direction is called width. So if a plane is defined such that the width, okay, this is width, or this is the width. So in this, in case of a plane, the width is infinite, the length of width is infinite. But if we talk about the thickness of a plane, thickness means this distance, okay, this width, or we can say this measurement. So the thickness of a plane is 0. Okay, so what is a plane? Plane is such that it's a basically 2-dimension figure such that it is extended in infinite direction along the width, whereas its thickness is 0. So we'll see the intersection. So whenever a cone and a plane intersect, they give rise to a different conic section. Yeah, circle is something like this. Then we have a parabola. This is something like this. We have a ellipse. Structure like this. And we have a hyperbola. This is basically 2 branch. Okay, so this is a major conic section, that is circle, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. We also get other type of conic section. They are just a point. Okay, point means just this one. Or we get a straight line. Or we get a pair of a straight line. So these are also conic section, and it is important to distinguish that these circle, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola, they are called a non-degenerate conic section. Okay, whereas these point, straight line and pair of straight line, they are called the degenerate conic section. Degenerate conic section. Okay, so we'll see what is the difference between non-degenerate and degenerate conic section. But before that, just see, we should see the intersection. Why the intersection of a cone and a plane is giving me a conic section? Because the general trend that intersection of any two geometric figure, they give rise to a new geometrical figure. Okay, so what I mean is that suppose this is what I mean is there's an intersection of two geometrical figure. It may be any geometrical figure. They will give rise to a new geometrical figure. Just like we have a cone is one geometrical figure, and we have a plane is another geometrical figure, and whenever they intersects, they give rise to new geometrical figure, and they are the conic sections. Okay, or let's have a very basic example. Let's say if two straight line intersect, two straight line, let's say intersects. So let us, this is one straight line and this is another straight line. So whenever these two straight line intersects, we are getting at the intersection point, we are getting a new geometrical figure, and that is a point. Okay, so intersection of two straight line is a point, or intersection of two geometrical figure is a new geometrical figure, that is a point. Similarly, let's talk about the two plane. What happens in the intersection of a two plane? Suppose we have this plane, this is plane 1, and let's say this is plane 2, and they are intersecting. The intersection of these two plane is this line. So intersection of a two plane is a straight line. Okay, so this is plane 1, this is plane 2. So these are two geometrical figures, that is plane 1 and plane 2, and whenever they intersect, they give rise to a new geometrical figure, and that is a straight line. Similarly, let's see the intersection of a sphere and a plane. Sphere and plane. So we have a sphere and we have a plane, something like this, and this intersection of a sphere and a plane is a structure, that is a circle. Okay, so the intersection of a plane and sphere is a circle. We'll see how come in geometry we'll see how come the intersection of a plane and a sphere is a circle. In fact, it looks like a ellipse, but actually if we look at the actual figure, we'll see that they are not the ellipse but a circle. So we have this is a sphere. We can observe that this is a sphere. And so this is a sphere, this is the axis, and this is a sphere. So now if we cut with the plane, so this is a cutting plane, so this is a plane, this is a plane which is cutting to the sphere. Okay, so this is a plane which is cutting to a sphere. Yeah, and if we want to see the intersection of this sphere and a plane, so this is a sphere and a plane intersection is a, we can observe the red one, that is the circle. Okay, you can observe that as the position of a sphere with respect to a plane varies, or if the plane moves such that the position of the plane with respect to sphere changes, we are getting a section, that is a sphere section with the plane is a circle of different radius. So you can observe this is a circle. Okay, so this is a sphere, and if it is intersected by a plane, we get a section as a circle. Okay, so basically we have a sphere, it is intersected by a plane, and we are getting a, so this appears to be a ellipse as we drawing, but actually this is a, see, this is actually a perfect circle. Okay, and we observe that the radius, so the radius of circle is maximum if we observe the radius of circle is maximum if the sphere intersected by a plane such that the plane passes through the center of a sphere. In that case, we get a circle of radius same as the radius of a sphere. So in this case, the radius of circle is same as the radius of sphere. Okay, so we observe that the intersection of a sphere and the plane is a circle. Okay.